welcome back to Total Spotfest. JJ Brownlee, Jamie Faulkner, in that order, coming back at you here with a whole lot of wrestling to get over. We had AEW week for sure. So Sunday was Forbidden Door. Last night was Blood and Guts. Whoa, just a lot to take in, Jamie.
Lots and lots and lots of AEW and New Japan.
Whole lot of good stuff here. Lots of great wrestling, and we're going to talk about it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Those of you joining us in here. If it's your first time, hello, welcome. You can leave a comment down below if you want to join the conversation, or hit us up on Twitter at Total Spotfest. As always, we do appreciate your time, and if you would, give us a like down below, subscribe, share if you want, hit the notification if you want to know when we go live. We do post interviews off on Tuesday. I've been trying to kind of arrange summer schedules. Jamie's had softball out the wazoo lately, but you're getting a little bit clearer of that schedule, right?
That is correct. Audrey just had her last game of her season yesterday, and then Jessica has one today. And then Megan just has 2 more tournaments for her summer season, and then it goes into high school ball. Yay.
So drop it down just one of the daughters instead of going all over the place, right? Although I guess Jess and Audrey, they're in local area, right? They don't really escape too much from
the farthest they go is Harrisonville, which is
all right. Well, that makes it easy. So one day we're going to get an announcement. Does it kind of perturb you that there's not been an announcement for All Out yet?
I saw the signage.
I know. I can't remember who posted it on Twitter, but somebody put up there, it said All Out August 4th.
September 4th.
September 4th. Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah. And Jamie was doing some sleuthing.
That's Labor Day.
Based on everything they're saying, it's probably gonna happen at the Now Arena, not United Center.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie.
So if they do that, I can get into the Marriott where the wrestlers are staying right now. If I book it right now.
Do you want to take that chance?
I don't.
I mean, you can always cancel and get your points back, though.
It's a lot of points, though.
I know, right? Because it's like...
it bleeds me dry. Like, if I do there, I bleed myself dry.
So, not like last year where we stayed at that nicer hotel, but not the one that's right next to the arena where the wrestlers are staying, which is a little bit of points you took, Kind of like when I was going down last weekend to Dallas, I didn't use my points when I got downtown because it was just easier to go through a different website with a better deal. I just used my points for a little cheapo on the first night on the way in, right? Just use a little bit, right? Easier. Yeah, boom. So,
yeah.
Well, we shall see. They've been hyping up the living hell out of Grand Slam 2. So hopefully we get an announcement soon. There's a lot of cool stuff that's been announced around it, I know. Black Wrestlers Matter announced a new show for the 2nd. So, I mean, it's got to be in Chicago. I think it's got to be in Chicago. And I'm not going to lie. If it's the Now Arena, I kind of like that better.
Yeah, I know that the wrestlers wanted, from what I was reading, they wanted to do it at United Center because it's in town, everything like that. There's more stuff. If I get it.
Yeah. I mean, from my old ass perspective, I'm like, it is in town. Hotels are more expensive. It's driving and, public transit because it is in town. It is, right, south of downtown. So it's like... So just now, it was so much easier. Plus, I love that little barbecue area that we had for the side party, and
that was a lot of fun.
I'm not gonna lie, that was one of my, anyway. So we're not talking about that. All Out's coming up soon here. Hopefully, we get some more announcements on that. Speaking of pay-per-views, AEW and Chicago, there was one this past Sunday. If you live under a rock, and yes, I know that just over a week ago we had our. Jamie, I never got a chance to get the belt from him. I am your current champion, current reigning and defending champion. You're welcome. For your Total Spotfest pay-per-view picks, but I never had a chance to get the belt because we did the pay-per-view. Then I went to Texas for Flicker Stick concert, reunion show. Met up with a good buddy of mine. Great weekend. Never got the belt. And then 1 week later, we have another pay-per-view.
We do. We really do.
If you want to hear my rant, go back a few weeks there. Okay. So, while I was in the hotel, in between us doing things, I actually compiled up the picks, put them up there, text Jamie, said picks are ready to go Saturday morning, afternoonish, whatever. So got our picks in. We did miss one match, but who cares? There was 13 matches after all. So we were talking about, Tony did a better job not overbooking this one. No, he just put 4 matches on the goddamn buy-in.
Yes.
So
luckily, all of them were quick.
All quick, and on the buy-in, we missed Lance Archer, Nick Camarado. Who cares, right? I think we've seen that match 5 times anyway, right? Archer won. We picked all the same. Megan, Jamie, myself picked all the same on the buy-in. So we all got same amount of points. We all picked Yoshi and Gato to beat Solo and Marshall, QT Marshall. We all picked Swerve in their glory, whatever. Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland to defeat El Desperado and Kanemaru. Couple good spots in that match, and we all picked LA Dojo to beat Max Caster and the Gun Club. We were wrong. LA Dojo won. Or LA Dojo lost, despite the fact that there was a Danhausen distraction, which took the 2 younger members of the Gun Club out, and it ended up being, and this is the funniest thing, it ended up being just Billy Gunn versus the entire LA Dojo, and he just annihilated them.
Yeah, him and Max Caster was kind of around.
He was there. It's true. He was there. So the main card opened up Jericho, Minoru Suzuki, and Sammy Guevara versus Eddie Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, Shoto Umino, and Jericho and company did win that match, so they get the advantage at Blood and Guts, which we're going to talk about in just a few minutes. Then there was the triple threat winner-take-all tag team match for the IWGP and Ring of Honor tag team titles. FTR with the current the defending Ring of Honor tag champs, Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb. How great a life is Great O'Khan living, by the way? His Instagram is gold.
Yeah, he's living his best life, and I'm here for it.
Like his Vegas picks alone are worth their weight in gold. It's fantastic. So, defending IWGP tag champions versus Roppongi Vice. And we all picked FTR. Dax Hardwood had a legit separated shoulder in the middle of the match. Rolled to the back, got it popped in place, wrapped it up, came back, and they won their 7th tag team championship.
Belt collectors, they got 3 of the 4 main ones that are out there. Just need the AEW tag championship belts on them, and they'll have all of them.
Well,
they'll have AAA, they'll have New Japan, and they'll have Ring of Honor.
The only, I would say, major-ish, or bigger tag titles they haven't won, because they were one-time AEW champions, is the Impact titles. And I figure one day they'll hold those 2, because you got to complete it's like Thanos. You got to complete the gauntlet, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then after them, you had the All-Atlantic title match, 4-way. Unfortunately, Tomohiro Ishii not medically cleared. Hurt his lower body, leg, knee, something. I don't remember.
Something, yeah.
Going hockey, a lower body injury, right? So Clark Connors is who Tomohiro beat in the finals over in New Japan. He took his place. So Clark Connors versus Malachi Black. Entrance of the night, of course. Oh, it's so good. Versus Miro versus Pac. And this was a thoroughly enjoyable match. What did you think?
I really, really enjoyed this match. And honestly, I thought Miro had it.
Oh,
I thought Miro had it. Up until the Black Mist.
Okay, like, we all picked Miro too. We all did. We all were convinced of it, right? And like Jamie said, near the end there, he's doing the game over on Clark, right? I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing the game over on Clark, let's say. And here comes Malachi, Black Mist.
Is on Pac.
It was on Pac. Okay, Black Mist, and then there's a flurry of action, and ending with Black Arrow from Pac. Pac is your inaugural All Atlantic champion. So we didn't get that point, but congratulations to Pac. He deserves a title. So I'm
Absolutely.
good. I'm good with that. We're going along here. So there's a theme. There's 3 matches where we differed. As I mean JJ and the Faulkners. There's 1 match where Jamie and Megan differed. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you can see where this is going. This is going very much one of 2 very distinct directions. We do a tiebreaker that we put down here, but either JJ's going to run away with it or it's going to be a nail biter between the Faulkner World Order. Yeah, the Bullet Club, El Buxton, El Phantasmo versus Darby Allin, Sting, and Shingo Takagi. We all picked Bullet Club, but they did not win. Sting with trying to do
the
spots
dudes with attitudes,
which I didn't realize that was an old WCW reference. That totally just went right over my head.
Missed it too. Totally missed it.
From way back, from like Venice Beach Sting days, like way back in the day. And like, okay, I totally forget. As soon as Shivani was saying that, I was like, oh yeah, I do remember that. Okay. Sting, of course, didn't come out during his music, and then blackout, and then up in the rafters, it's Sting, and back out again, and then no, that wasn't Sting, that was Stang, because Sting is on top of the tunnel, and he just, like, him hanging out with Darby Allin is just doing wonders for his chiropractor's retirement fund. Seriously. So, it was cool and all. The Young Bucks did not win, though. It was Sting, Darby, and Shingo. So we got that. Where are we? So we're still tied, like I said. And then starting right now is where we start to differ. So we had the women's title match. Toni Storm, Thunder Rosa.
Great match.
Very good match. I picked Toni Storm. Like we had talked about previously. I was sticking to my guns with it. I think, like Hangman, it's better for Thunder to be in the hunt. So I thought she was going to drop it. And they've been building up Toni Storm. I figure this is a good time, right? You and Megan both picked Thunder Rosa. Very good match. In the end, though, it was Thunder Rosa retaining her title. So my first demerit. And you said very good match, Jamie. But do you have any thought? I have a quick thought on this match. Do you have anything you want to say about this match?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
This whole bringing somebody in from the outside and rushing them right into the title picture and then having them lose in the title picture right away, and then now you don't know what to do with them thing is getting old.
I mean, what's the plan? Not just for Tony, but you put Thunder in this thing and you forced it a little bit down our throats, but we enjoyed it. We're like, okay, cool. We got a good match out of it. Now what? I mean, everything's based on wins and losses, so Tony's down to the back of the list, and who's she feuding with?
Yeah.
And you just biding time to get Britt back in there because that's your one thing that worked?
I don't get it. Like, you should have had, like, in my opinion, you should have had Tony and Britt going at it for longer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, develop that feud and just feed somebody else. Just feed somebody else to Thunder right now. Feed her somebody else. Give her Serena Deeb again, because that was an amazing match. Give her Sheeta. That'd be an amazing match.
Give her Nyla. Nyla's
Yeah.
Can go in there. I mean,
but the new people coming in, going right for the title and not getting it, like, kills them. Like, that's what it did. Unfortunately, that's what happened with your friend Ruby.
With Ruby. Hey, Ruby.
Yeah. You know, and then Ruby kind of went into, like, the ether for a minute, and now she's kind of building things up. But, you know, like, what they're doing with Athena is a better play than what they did with those two.
Absolutely.
It's
Maybe
like, why
he's
couldn't
learning
you just
his
done that from the
lesson.
beginning?
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I believe it feels like it's you're trying to get that cheap heat, right? You got the hot new toy, put it front and center until the chrome wears off, and like, whatever, you know. And then, so we're gonna talk more about the women's division in a little bit here when we get to Dynamite, but still a very enjoyable match. Not for me at the end because now I'm down one. The next match, though, I didn't even care at this point because this was JJ's match of the night by far. Well, I don't want to say by far, but definitely my match of the night. Orange Cassidy, Will Osprey, IWGP US title. We all picked Will Osprey, and my God, I want more of this match.
It was amazing.
I would almost give it 5 stars. I would almost do that. I mean, I don't know how I can't not give it 5 stars. I thought about it more. It was so
amazing.
good. The pacing was great. Will Osprey, I'll keep saying this every time I get to see him. He's the best wrestler in the world right now. My opinion, best wrestler. Better than Kenny. Better than Eddie. Better. He is the best wrestler in the world. It's fantastic. And Orange, I mean, the contrasting styles, just everything about this match was fantastic. The spots, oh my God. So much fun. I actually saw spots that he pulled off, Osprey did, when he fought Nick Wayne at GCW 2 weeks ago, which we didn't ever talk about, but that's a match y'all should go Google because Nick Wayne is literally a younger version of Will Osprey. Look the fuck out for Nick Wayne.
A 17-year-old version.
He looks just like him too. It's crazy. Fantastic match. Osprey, of course, retained, but my match of the night. I love it.
It's my number 2 match of the night.
It was your number 2 for sure. Because right after this is your number 1. Now, we had speculated because Bryan Danielson was earmarked to wrestle Zack Sabre Jr., not medically cleared. So he had a hand-picked replacement, right? Now, we didn't know exactly who it was, so our pick was Zack Sabre Jr. or other. And you both picked other, and I picked Zack Sabre Jr. And I'll talk about why that was stupid in a second for JJ.
Yeah.
Now, I don't remember who you were leaning towards because I know we talked about some other theories, and you liked that theory that I told you I had heard about Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah.
But I was definitely leaning towards Claudio, formerly Cesaro, right?
Yeah.
And who was the special person, the hand-picked replacement? Claudio Castagnoli.
Claudio.
Boom! Right there. Stamp it. Right there. I get the stamp this time. Me, this guy.
Yes. You get a stamp.
I finally get a stamp.
Something else.
Yeah. So this match, and of course, Claudio won. He's the replacement for Danielson. He's a replacement in the main event of Dynamite 3 nights later. And for me, not to pick him was just a bonehead stupid move. Just dumb, even considering I picked him to be there. So Jamie, talk about no, we're not there yet. Settle down, we're not there yet.
Oh no. This is back in the FWO.
It's definitely not coming to my house after this match.
So I'm holding it for the whoever wins. I'm our representative on this show of the FWO.
So after this match, it's official. That belt, which I won, you saw right there. I still have it because we're not over yet. I have it on my little graphic. Never even had in my possession. So
the
whatever.
Faulkners continue their dominance in AEW.
Why don't you talk about the match? Because this was your favorite match of the night.
So
please, I'm changing the subject fast. Just please go to the match, please.
Okay. Well, if you're a first-time listener or a long-time listener, we're gonna learn that I love technical wrestling. I'm a big fan of the technical and the submissions and everything. And Zack Sabre Jr., ZSJ, is that guy. He is the technical prowess that I love to see on a mat. And Claudio is just as good. And these two put on a technical clinic. Like it was Bret Hart was even like, damn. Like it was just
Bing, like full chub.
excellent. The reversals into multiple submissions, the failed attempt at a swing, then they got a swing in there. And like the crowd was just going nuts for this match because it was everything you'd want out of Claudio's first match, and he had a hell of an opponent. Like Zack Sabre Jr., ladies and gentlemen, if you've never seen him before,
look him up.
You put him on your radar, especially if you love technical wrestling, because he is amazing.
He does some stuff that's not even like it's like, how is that even possible? Like, who would even think of that stuff, right?
Yeah,
crazy.
Like joint manipulation, he does it all. Like he's amazing, and this match had all the ingredients for amazingness.
Now,
and it was a perfect cake.
And I like the fact that it was two technical wrestlers that were different types of technical wrestlers too.
Yes.
Because Claudio's very just different wrestling style, even though they're both technical wrestlers. He's very different from Sabre. So I loved that. I thought that was great. My number 2, though. So once again, moving on, who's going to win? So we both picked. We all picked Mox to win in the main event. So the 4-way for the IWGP World Title is going to decide this. Jamie and I both picked Jay White, and Megan picked Kazuchika Okada. I said that bad. I know. Okada, the Rainmaker. She picked him to win. So, this match, this is the match that Jamie's been dreaming about for a while. Not necessarily the 4-way and everything, but Okada in AEW, right? But Okada, Hangman, Cole, White, certified banger, right? Well, it was shorter than anticipated. Adam Cole got concussed. And, it is what it is, And in the end, Jay White, using his sly devil tricks, if you would, he got the victory. Which also means that Jamie assures there's no tiebreaker needed. He gets the victory and will regain the title. Congratulations. I'm not giving you the belt yet. Let me finish the pay-per-view. So, Moxley versus Hiroshi Tanahashi for the interim AEW title. The winner of this will have to face CM Punk at a later date, probably all out, for a title unification. Okay, but it will be the interim title while Moxley is on the mend. We all picked Mox. This match, honestly, I didn't know what to think of this going in. I didn't, because Tanahashi's, he ain't no spring chicken anymore, right? And I'm just like, he is kind of a little botchy on some of the run-in stuff that he's done on AEW. So I was like, I don't know if it's the same Tanahashi I knew 6, 7, 8 years ago. And nope, I was wrong. It was great. This match was really good, I thought.
Yeah, again, you had the Bret Hart of New Japan. Mm-hmm. Like Tanahashi he's the ace, and he showed why he's the ace in this. It was a great, amazing match. Moxley did an excellent job too. Like it was all great, and I know, like I have a friend who's not a big Moxley fan, so he didn't like it. I'm like, take the Moxley equation out of it and just appreciate the art that was in front of you.
Right.
It was art, man. Like both of them it was my number 3 match of the night, and it would have been my number 4 if Cole didn't get a freaking concussion and kind of boxed in.
I know. Well, those things happen, and Mox is the most over wrestler in America right now, probably, I would say, right? And United Center was chanting for ace, 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 ace. So I mean, it was a great match.
Yeah.
Moxley, of course, won the title, though. He did get the victory. A relatively short match when you're considering. 18 minutes and 16 seconds. I did take the time, even though we didn't need the tiebreaker, but you would have won that too, by the way. anyway.
Oh yeah. What was the time on that?
So okay, I had 21-21. It doesn't matter. I was nowhere close to winning. Megan had 23-10 and you had 20-36. The match was 18 minutes and 16 seconds. So,
My
end of the day,
dominance in AEW continues.
your winner and new Total Spot Fest champion, pay-per-view pick champion, once again, Senior Jamie Faulkner.
You have the shortest title reign in pay-per-view championship history.
You can go fuck yourself. All right. So,
but hold on.
Hey, it's still a title reign. It's still a title reign. It still counts. I am a two-time Total Spot Fest champion. You're a 6 or 7.
17 time. You know, like.
See, now you're just adding. You can't add in the old ones. The old ones don't transfer over. It's a different promotion, different strap. You're only 6 or 7 time. Whatever.
So anyway, as your champion, ladies and gentlemen, I am proclaiming, since I got all the stroke, I want to make it more difficult for myself moving forward.
Okay.
I'm opening it up. I'm challenging Chris Mowry from Journey Pro to join us for the all-out pay-per-view championship series and see if he wants a shot at my title.
Is that our next pay-per-view is all out?
I believe so. Because
I think the next Impact pay-per-view is like in October or something like that.
Yeah.
Grand Slam is in August, but that's not a pay-per-view. That's a Wednesday show.
It's not a pay-per-view.
Oh, they did formally announce Grand Slam during the by the way, the Wednesday, September 21st. So it's actually after All Out. But
all right, but I'm calling out.
All right, Chris, you want to get in on some of this action?
In. You want a piece of it? You want my strap? Bring it.
The strap. You know, I have won it twice. I don't care if the reign was for a week. It still counts.
It's my strap today.
Now it's your strap. You have the belt above your head. Congratulations to you, Jamie. Once again, you've become my Megan all of a sudden. Megan has not won this belt at all, I just want to say.
She came close. She came
damn close. She's come close a couple times. So we will have more pay-per-views coming up shortly. We will have more titles, reigns that shall be had. So stay tuned. I enjoyed Forbidden Door. I thought a little bit of it was rushed, cobbled together, but it was fine. It was whatever, you know.
The thing that annoyed me the most about it was the very end where they're like, "Hey, let's do the run-in for Blood and Guts." It's like everybody knows that Blood and Guts is gonna be Wednesday. You didn't need to do this, like, at all.
You didn't. Yeah, it is. There's some stuff like that that's a little bit pointless, but it is what it is. All right, so before we get to Dynamite, a couple other little bits of business. Now, every week we like to do a spotlight. Talk about those independent wrestlers that you may not have heard of, maybe you have, but people to keep an eye out on. So, Jamie, you have, I'm assuming, a wrestler for our independent wrestler spotlight.
I do. I really do.
I need to stop teeing you up for that because you just, you embarrass the shit out of me every goddamn paper. Okay, sorry.
I know. Hey, please, it happens. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have somebody who has pounded the mats with many of your favorite stars on the independent circuit. This gentleman was across the pond for a little bit just recently and even went to Australia with his fiance as well. And this guy, his Twitter game is absolutely amazing, especially when he does auditions and he talks about his whack-ass grandma. This is none other than Everett Conners. He grew up with Danhausen, Ethan Page, Warhorse. He's cut his teeth with guys like that, and he's done multiple things with those gentlemen. And Everett Conners is very, very unique. Like, he comes out to Gucci flip-flops by Bad Baby. Bad Baby is the Catch Me Outside girl, if anybody doesn't know who Bad Baby is. But yeah, he comes out to that.
That's what he does. I can't remember what he does.
Yes. He usually wears like full body suits. Like when it was
Weekend of Journeys,
he wore a snowsuit and it's like 93 degrees outside.
Middle of the
insane.
day.
Yes, insane. But you could follow him on Twitter at YeezyCon. He also has his big cartel, so you could buy his merch right there. He's got a link right there. Excellent Twitter follow. He is absolutely hilarious. Back in the States now. Hopefully we'll see him back at Journey Pro Ring, at minimum GCW, because he does do a lot of that as well.
He does.
Everybody, give Everett Conners a look.
I was gonna say you definitely see him for sure in GCW. He picked up, I think, last year's emo night was, I think, his first or second show of that. And he actually, that weekend, he started like an actual like feud within there. So he's now like part of the mainstay. So good for him. He is well worth your time. Great one there. I was trying to think who you were talking about there for a second. Like, who is he? And then as soon as he just said his grandma. If you go follow his Twitter, it's one of Jamie's favorite things that he has discovered since we started doing this podcast was Everett Conners' beef with his grandma.
It's great. It's just golden. And then like he does like auditions in his car. Those are some of my most favorite things in the whole wide world. Like he does these stupid ass things in his car. Like, okay, I'm trying to be a boyfriend who hates you.
It's like
Thanks. Let me know if you're interested.
Right. It's kind of like the equivalent to like that dry British comedy of like the 70s and 80s, right? You know, either you get it or people are like, I don't. But if you get it, it's the best thing you've ever seen in your life. So
yes, you just gotta get it. I get it.
Hopefully all y'all get it too. Go follow our friend Everett. Definitely give him a follow. Links down below. If you're just listening to us, just Google him. You'll find him. Well worth your time. All right. Now, before we get to Blood and Guts, there was a story that I saw afterwards. I was just kind of perusing around a little bit on the internet before we started recording, Jamie, and I came across a story. I found this amused me, so I just wanted to share it with you because I don't think you've seen it. This came out sometime last night. You know, it was when I saw the story. So I'm just going to read the headline, and it's a very, very, very short article. I just want to read right through it here, okay? Joey Ryan, fired from Disneyland, did not appear on background checks for speaking out controversies. Joey Ryan has been working at Disneyland on the Jungle Cruise attraction. The LA Times broke the news on Wednesday that Ryan had been fired from Disneyland following the discovery of his allegations. Disney say they do background checks on all employees, but missed Ryan's allegations due to them being made to his stage name. I just find it funny that Joey Ryan went from all this stuff to working on the Jungle Cruise attraction at Disneyland and got fired again for comeuppance. It makes me feel like there's justice in the world. Now, I'm not going to get political. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on this past week. You can have one opinion or another. But I do feel that karma is a thing, definitely. So anyway, for some reason, that put a big smile on my head. I just thought you'd enjoy that.
Absolutely. I read that too. I was like, oh,
you did see
God.
that? Okay. I didn't know if you saw it or not. But all right. Anyway, not much news going on because Blood and Guts happened last night, and we got to get to Blood and Guts. So, Jamie, let's talk about there was two things that happened last night. There was an episode of what it was essentially Rampage and Blood and Guts, the match, right? So, let's do this.
Yeah. So. One whole hour was this match. So it was abridged before that. There was some stuff. So we'll just make it quick, ladies and gentlemen. It does open with a match between Orange Cassidy against Ethan Page.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time we've seen Ethan Page on wrestling on Dynamite since the coffin match.
No, it was. That was. Wait a minute. When did he? Oh, that's right. I was trying to think. The show at Daly's place against Cody, but that was Rampage. That wasn't Dynamite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is his first singles match, because I think he's
done some some trios. I can't think of what.
You just gotta pay double for that kind of action, Cotton. 'Cotton. So this match. was really good. Like, I'm sorry. That's all I gotta say about it.
It was good.
Really good.
It was good.
But unfortunately, if you really thought Ethan Page was gonna win this, you are not. I'm sorry.
I'm
Orange
sorry.
Cassidy is
Right.
the hottest guy. He just had a killer match with Osprey. It's time to give this dude a push. He might be your next TNT champion if they don't put it on Wardlow. Just saying.
And they might put it on him afterwards anyway. The TNT title is one that they don't. That seems to be the only one they don't mind moving around a lot. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, I could see that happening. He hits the orange punch like 3 times, and he does a scoop slam. I don't know why the scoop slam was needed, but he does scoop slam on Ethan Page for the win. Other than that, it was fine.
What are your thoughts about his new entrance music, his new old entrance music?
Oh, Jane? I'm here for it. I mean, I
know that was his.
I miss Where's My Mind.
I mean, Jefferson Starship versus Pixies. You know which way I'm going to go every day of the week.
Yeah.
But I understand that was his song when he was an independent. I get it. I think, though, that Where Is My Mind suits his character better.
I agree. I'm not opposed to it, though. It's probably going to grow on me, but like when he started coming out to that, I was like, oh my God, this is perfect for him. But no, I don't mind Jane that much at all, to be honest with you. It's probably going to grow on me. It's one of those things. Like,
anyway,
it's just...
my thought, I know you loved the Pixies. So I was just like, okay.
After this, you had a heel turn. You had Christian Cage coming out and just talking.
Mega heat.
Oh yeah, it was good. Like he knows how to draw the heat, but then Luchasaurus comes out and Luchasaurus is officially turned heel. He is all blacked out too. Like that's the sign. Like he's a Sith, has to wear the black. Heels wear black, ladies and gentlemen. Heels wear black.
Yep.
So his mask all blacked out did look really good.
Anthracite mask and the black with the black tongue now instead of the green tongue and
I
dig it.
Blacked out.
I dig it. I've always said I this is my favorite part of the first hour. Honestly, I love heel Christian. This is great. I love this.
Yeah, this is your favorite iteration of Christian.
Yeah, this is this is the best Christian has been. I mean, the old Christian and Edge brood, that was cool and all, right? But that was also just stupid spots all over the place with the Hardys and 3D.
Yeah,
this is my favorite Christian.
Yeah, well, Luchasaurus just squash match against Serpentico, which I was like, aw.
It's kind of his role in AEW, which is fine. You get a paycheck. Hey, go for it.
He's the Brooklyn Brawler, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, he is. He's the Gil Rogers of AEW.
Yes. After this, you had a quick little segment between Wardlow and Scorpio Sky, setting up that they're going to have their match on July 6th for the TNT Championship.
I don't think there's no matter what you do with that there. That's a lose-lose in my opinion.
I agree.
Either you stop Wardlow's push or you should not take the belt off of Sky, my opinion, for Wardlow. Orange, Miro, cool. Wardlow, I'm sorry. Wardlow should be doing something else. I don't know what else, but something else.
Heather's going to vehemently disagree with you there.
Oh, yeah, Heather's going to be very mad at me. I am sorry, Heather. I would rather put Wardlow in the All Atlantic than I would in this.
So here's the thing. I'm with you on one thing. I differ that I think Wardlow should get the title from Scorpio, but they need to draw it out. Extend it.
If they did that, I'd be cool with it, right?
Yeah, like this match is supposed to happen, doesn't happen. Something happens, like a run-in by Ethan Page causes a DQ. Something of that nature to extend this feud. So
Sean Spears comes out of nowhere, right?
Yeah. Extend the feud. Sean Spears is an excellent play there. Like make this feud bigger because it deserves it. Because Wardlow is getting mega hot and Scorp is really damn good. Like This needs to be a bigger thing than what's it's being rushed, I feel.
I feel so too. Maybe Scorpius' injury is worse than we thought. He needs surgery. Maybe that's why the precipice for this, but we'll see. I don't want to speculate. That's my thought.
After this, you had Max Caster and the Gun Club with Daddy Ass, of course. I'm sorry. Max Caster and the Ass Boys. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I said that.
You said Gun Club, and I'm like, ooh.
I sure did. They're going against Danhausen, and who knows?
Who? That hometown pop from Danhausen, though.
Yeah. Hometown pop from Danhausen was absolutely excellent. He comes out, and people are just going ape, and he's just like, I need partners, and this is who I got, and boom, FTR's music hit. Place goes ape, like they just go bonkers. Here's FTR and Danhausen.
FTR and fucking Danhausen together in a wrestling match. What?
It was very nice, very evil, of course.
It was fun.
The ending was probably one of my favorite things because Danhausen's in there. He's gonna make one of the guns go to sleep. I don't remember which gun it was.
They're interchangeable.
Yeah. And then here comes Bowens. Anthony Bowens slides in, which is great to see. And he's gonna hit him with the crutch. Well, Danhausen sees it. Quick curse, ducks it. Anthony Bowen smacks one of the guns in the head. Cover 1, 2, 3. Your winners are Danhausen, FTR. But Danhausen gets the pin, ladies and gentlemen, in his hometown. Very nice, very evil. But what happened afterwards for me was an amazing thing.
I'm with you.
Daddy Ass turned on his sons, and he joined up with the Acclaimed.
Okay, well, I didn't take it like that.
Oh, I did.
Here's why. Because he's been long had this, like, this is the kayfabe bit of he's, bothered by his children, right? They're ungrateful, spoiled, rotten. That's why he's always adopted the Ass Boys thing and everything, right? And, and what I saw, you guys let us know if you agree with me or if you think Jamie's more on point on this, but what I saw was they were going at each other. They were getting mad. Bowen's trying to say, I fucked up, right? I was going, and they weren't having it. And he kind of got in the middle of it there. And as they kept getting rowdy, he did what a father does. He kind of, shoved him away, shoved Austin away, and, so kind of do the stern, tough love thing. And then he went away. And then, but I think you're right. I think it's leading to that. I think it's leading to a break, which I think is good because honestly, I don't know what your opinion of the Ass Boys was before, but I have really liked what they've been doing. They've been putting in the work for the past year. They really have. And we both love the Acclaimed. We have big praise for them. Once they get fully healthy, they'll be back in the mix, I know, but I'm all for this. I think it's great.
I think the long-term play is the Gun Club boys finally understand and they adopt the Ass Boys.
They become face?
They become faces, the Ass Boys with the Acclaimed. Because the Acclaimed, no one boos them.
No. Everyone loves the t-shirt is correct. Everyone loves the Acclaimed.
Yes. After this, you had a quick little taped promo of Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt. They're challenging Samoa Joe for the title at Ring of Honor's Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view.
We could do that as our next pay-per-view. Just saying.
It's not a major one. Ring of Honor's not major. Sorry. It's the minors.
But is it? It's all AEW stars. I was trying to get the belt back. Keep going, please.
Yeah, I know. But if it's AEW, then sure, we could do it. You'll lose.
It's Ring of Honor. I'll probably win. All right. Please.
He says all AEW stars. So.
Keep going.
All right.
Keep going.
All right. After this, you had Jade Cargill going against Layla Gray.
This whole thing was a little weird. It was just
They
the
just
match
wanted to
wasn't
rush
good.
job it to get to the. I understand
Yeah.
they're trying to get to blood guts.
Right. And for what it's worth, you didn't need to have Luchasaurus Serpentico. You could have just had him come out and beat up somebody and not have a match, right? That was a promo you could have had. The Warlord Scorpio Sky thing, you could have done that on TNT on Rampage, right?
Yeah.
You could have had a different match, moved it up to something. I don't know. Layla Gray, it's just kind of weird. It's like, okay, of all people, she's getting a title shot, and it was a quick match and a squash, and afterwards, how Jade is still bad on the mic, not the worst I've ever heard, but still bad. Talk about how nobody in the locker room stepped up, and then Stokely Hathaway is talking all about, they put this out there at midnight, and Layla Gray is the only woman who took it up, and he called Athena and Statlander cowards and all this stuff, or lazy, or whatever the fuck, I don't remember. They come out, they run in, they get beat up, and then it looks like Layla Gray is going to help them, but no, she helps Jade. She's trying to fill Red Velvet shoes. None of this made really any sense.
It just felt weird. Weird and uncomfortable.
I mean, Tony, you could have done a second women's match. I'm just going to let you know, Tony. You could definitely do a second women's match. That would be appreciative. Okay. There's my weekly spiel.
So after this is Blood and Guts.
Yes.
And if everybody remembers the first Blood and Guts, we both had lots of interesting things to say about it.
Mm-hmm.
We liked it until the very end. I feel different about this one. I like this one all the way through.
I felt about this the way I felt about, not quite, but closer to what I felt for the first Stadium Stampede, right? I feel like this is a true realization of this gimmick match.
Yes,
maybe
in front
that's
of
because
a full crew, everything.
Well, I think that's maybe why. Maybe it's because in front of the full audience. Who knows? But I love this.
I mean, there's some pretty big spots. Santana looks like he legit hurt his leg really bad.
He tore something for sure.
Yeah, I feel bad there, really bad, because Santana's so goddamn good.
I know. Just when he came into the cage, too, brought a table in, did one move, did a Uranagi, and on that Uranagi, something gave out because it wasn't a good Uranagi. He immediately grabbed his knee, like, ooh, that's not looking good. And they're like, oh, wait, he's not getting back up.
Yeah, like his foot stayed and his whole body came down on his leg. It definitely did not look good. Hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully it's nothing.
Hopefully it's not a ligament, because that's the thing, It's maybe it's.
Yeah.
We don't know. We're not doctors.
Yeah. Damn it, I'm not a doctor, Jim. But there were some really, really, really good spots.
So
one of my
let's just talk about some of the favorite things instead of like critiquing the whole match. What were some of your favorite things of the match?
So one of my favorite spots was definitely the rise of Wheeler Yuta doing German suplexes on Sammy, and then here comes Claudio doing a European uppercut into a German suplex. Like, oh my god, that is beautiful.
Do you kind of want to see Claudio and Wheeler as a tag team?
Absolutely, because when they got that circle of those was it Claudio, Moxley, and them all doing European uppercuts. I'm like, oh my god, this is so great,
so good. I liked the throwback, and JR had lots of little hints about throwback patch stuff too. But I like the throwback of Claudio and Jake Hager meeting after beating up the other members of the team in the middle of the Blood and Guts. And the crowd was for it. There was a We the People chant that got started, and it was just like, oh yeah. Because I loved them at the time. I didn't, whoever the crazy bearded, redneck is, I didn't care for him, but I loved them as a tag team back in WWE. That was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one was great. And anytime I get to see Sammy Guevara get thrown off stuff at this point, I'm for it.
Seriously. I mean, well, how about, you talked about Christian's heat, but Sammy got that. They are playing that heat card like a fiddle.
Sammy is flirting with X-Pac heat, man. he is flirting with it hard. Because like I don't watch his vlog anymore. Like he just annoys the shit out of me. Like that's where I'm at with him now. Like he just is annoying. And that's where X-Pac, 6, whatever you want to call him, you know, the 1-2-3 kid, that's where he was living. Everybody was just annoyed to see his face. And quite frankly, I don't disagree.
Oh, he can. I mean, he does do the death-defying shit though. I mean, you saw at the beginning of the night that giant announce table. It's like, oh yeah, someone's going through that from the top.
The oversized announce table. This was like a big target. Throw here.
It was like your daughter sitting at my desk. You know, it's one of those. It's just like, you know, one of these.
Yeah.
Like Audrey
exactly.
sitting. You know. Also,
now, the ending. Yeah, so the ending, though, I do want to get to
two giant bakes attacks too made me happy. I just want to say, okay, good.
Oh, that's fair. The ending had a lot of old continuity to it.
Yeah,
long-term storytelling, because in the Ring of Honor days, Claudio and before.
Well, actually, after because Ring of Honor, then Chikara was after Ring of Honor. It was really Chikara more than anything.
It was Chikara, but Claudio and Kingston hate each other. Like. Legit hate each other. Yeah, like there's no friendship there. Like, I mean, there probably is behind the scenes, but like they have this blood feud that is still, you know, from the indies, which I love that was being represented. And on the top of the cage for Blood and Guts, here's Kingston doing the plum stretch on Jericho. And then Daddy Magic, or whatever his stupid ass name is.
Matt Menard. Just go Matt Menard.
Yeah, Matt Menard. He's putting sharpshooter. And he tapped out before Jericho could tap out. So Claudio took the win away from Kingston. So that's totally going to play out. And I am here for it.
They seemed to play nice though afterwards, you know, and then of course, immediately Eddie broke kayfabe when he was just talking. You can see him mouthing stuff and talking to him, and but he broke kayfabe and kind of accepted that they won in general. So the spots were great. I also liked, and of course I'm going here. So it's not just Sammy that's got the toxic heat too. Ty Conti as well, which you can tell that they've. For all the shit I give Tony and the team about some of the weird booking that they do with the women's division, see Forbidden Door or earlier in this night. I think they're being smart with how they're taking Ty Conti. You know, she has the heat. Don't waste it by putting her in just some random ass matches on Dark or some shit, right? You know? And I think they've found an opening tonight. Because she went to go unlock the cage. She was the one who beat up a ref to get the key to unlock the cage, which allowed everybody to climb up to the top. You had like 5 people on the top of the cage. It was crazy. And then at the end, everybody was up there, you know, celebrating. But as she was unlocking the cage, here came out Eddie Kingston's good friend, Ruby Soho. Hey, Ruby. And we were saying, what do you do with Ruby? And I think we've got a thing for her that I want to see. It gives her something to do. It's not a title picture, so you're not messing that up, you know, but it gives her something to do. It gives Tay something to go on, because you know Eddie's not going to drop the Jericho feud, right?
That's not dying anytime soon.
Because he didn't get the victory. He didn't get the tap out.
Correct.
I was happy to see Ruby on TV too. Let's be honest.
Same. It was a good day to see her. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is your Dynamite Blood and Guts.
Much better Blood and Guts.
Much better.
Much better.
Much better. Very, very happy with the results of that one. Big time. Not even gonna lie.
Now, Rampage this coming week they're going to have, and I don't know how they're going to do this. It feels like it's a battle royal of sorts, but it's a 2-ring 20-man Rampage is what they're calling it on Rampage. So that's kind of weird. But
Yeah, well, they're taping Rampage.
I
Like,
understand that, but I'm very interested to see what that match is what I'm getting at. Because you know me and like the crazy ass matches. I love that shit. So, all right. Well, hey, that's what we got. Any other thoughts from last night?
You know,
It was one big match, really. I mean, the other
it
stuff
was just one
very
big match, and the
forgettable.
other stuff is meh. It's just meh.
I'm fine with that. You know,
Yeah.
I
I'm just curious to see what next week brings.
I'm interested to see here, how they move forward with the Eddie story, because Eddie's got that pop right now. You don't want to lose, right?
Yeah.
And I think there's now an option. Ruby, because they are legitimately like really good friends in real life, right? So you could run that. Sammy Tay, and Jericho. Where do you go with the Blackpool Combat Club now with that? I think there's options there for that. I'm excited to see Claudio in AEW. I think that's fantastic. And
Same.
I mean, FTR and Young Bucks are definitely on a collision course. And it feels like we're going to get it before All Out, because All Out is a couple months away, right?
Yeah, I would hate that they
I don't know what you do it for, because you don't have anything big before then, right? Maybe another Battle of the Belts on a Saturday one night, but I don't know.
I mean, you could make it. I mean, it's technically just barely over 2 months away.
They haven't really addressed those two gearing their eyes at each other. They've hinted at it. So, I think we're on the beginning of the build for All Out, though. So we'll see what next week brings. We will have more goodness, I'm sure, to talk about. Coming up here, I know we said last week that unfortunately Journey Pro canceled. I had to postpone their last show for June. There should be an announcement coming up soon. I know that they're earmarking the end of July for the next show, but don't know if they're going to try and do something else as a makeup. Keep an eye out. We will definitely let you know as we get to it. Keep an eye to this channel. Like I said, we do interviews. We release them on Thursdays. No, that's not true.
Tuesdays.
My brain.
You can see our one with Jossie. It was an excellent interview.
It was really good.
Electric.
I'll put a little link right here. You guys can go click on that. Go check it out. It was really, really cool interview. And yeah. So I don't have anything else for you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Jamie, do you have anything else for the peoples?
The only thing with Journey Pro I did want to add is they said it's going to be a different venue outdoors. It's the only thing that they said on their stuff was just, hey, let's just do it outside.
What could that mean? It could mean anything. Stay tuned. All right. Absolutely. Well, take us home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not down with Total Spotfest, I got 4 words for you. Your body, your choice.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Peace.